Hello everyone, welcome to Homeschool Autism Life. My name is Jamie. Today's video, I wanted to chat about planning our Christmases around our special needs child or teen or adult. And this could work for pretty much every and any special occasion where family is involved, where there's traditions, where there might be expectations or desires, and how we can facilitate our children actually enjoying this time of year or any special occasion, so that they can be a part of it and not on the fringes. Even if that's where they want to be, we can plan for that, but it's really important that we set our expectations and understand our child the best. So I'm pretty sure in years past I've done some version of this, but I thought in recent days I've been hearing about some stories and really felt like it would be worthwhile revisiting this topic. So the first key, I'm looking down to just keep myself on track note-wise, but the first one is know your child's social battery. Now, as I've said on many occasions, if you've met one child with autism, you have met one child with autism. There are so many different, from really social kids to ones that are not so social, like my son. And we do need to make allowances for them because we don't want to. We really do not want to put them in a stress response. That is not the desired outcome for anybody, especially when we're looking at it and going, oh man, right? So knowing your kid's social battery, for us, we know that we do one sleepover, one with family, and that family member our son loves for a variety of different reasons, but one of them is his house. You can run around in lots of places. He has candy hidden in places. It's his Uncle Chris. He has candy hidden in places and pop in different places. He's got the most epic balcony that he can throw things down off of, and we as his family can throw things back over the balcony. He has taken it as far as throwing it over the balcony outside, which was less cool, but for him it was epic and awesome. He doesn't join in a lot of games outside. As he's gotten older, he gets more frigid and cold, but we know that his social battery will last one day. And there's always the treat stores that come after, because for him it's quid pro quo. You take me out to someplace that I tolerate and manage, and then you take me for my 3 pop candy. And so we have a routine. Now, leading up to it, I know he's stressed. I know that he is still trying to go, okay, I know I can do this. I've done it in the past, but it's not something he's jumping up and down looking forward to do. And that is just a fact of life, and we push that. Because otherwise he would stay in his house and he would do nothing, and if candy was delivered to him magically, he would be a thrilled little monkey. But we know that we need to just get him to be like, okay, this is one thing. We know that it's not super comfortable, and we also do it because his sisters don't have those issues and they want to spend time with family for Christmas. So it's always this balancing act of knowing what Darrion needs, but also what our other daughters need, who are typically developing, and trying to marry the two the best we can. And if we try to do it 2 days, we would be pushing him too far. Thankfully, pardon? Try again. Our daughters, I think, especially our middle child, is very introverted as well, and 1 day is usually enough for her. My third daughter, who's very much outgoing like me, she could probably stay there a week and she would be perfectly happy and fine. Sorry, I'm just gonna put my leg down because I had it propped up. Yeah, but we make allowances for our friends and our in the brain and our family, right? So number two is understanding their sensory triggers. Now, this looks different for everyone, and I've got like two sub points. So you have to plan and prioritize knowing their triggers. So for the longest time, Darrion loved Muppet Christmas Carol, and we used to watch it all the time when he was a baby, etc., etc. And for some reason this year, he's like, no Muppets. Don't even put it on. Don't look at it. So whatever happened, I don't know what the Muppets did, but they're off of the list. Now, that doesn't mean that my daughters couldn't watch it if they wanted to. We would just watch it in a different room and maintain whatever movies, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, or whatever that he wanted, we would have on for him. So we're not canceling Christmas, but we are shifting and changing. The other thing, as years have gone by, I have noticed he cares not. He cares not how many presents he gets. So that doesn't mean that I don't buy him gifts, but where with my girls, I usually have kind of, because they're the similar age, I will have present per present essentially. So they, even if they're not the same, I will get, let's say, a watch. I'll have one the same, like the same watch, but two different colors, and I will package them in the same box and wrap it special for them. I used to go, okay, did the girls get 6 presents? Darrion gets 6 presents. He doesn't care. He finds that overwhelming because he has to be like, oh, look, oh, look, oh, look, what are you supposed to do? And so instead, if I have a bunch of sensory toys, for instance, I will put them in a big box, and he opens that one big box with lots and lots of little sensory things, and he'll pick out the one that he wants to play with right away, and he can go back to that box when he is done. But it's not, instead of going individually, oh, these are the pairs of this and these are the pairs of that, it's all in one box, and he can like sift through and sort, but it's not endlessly opening gifts because that's not his jam. He don't care. We also get him things that he would like, and I think everybody tries to, but there's times where we're like, okay, he's 17, he should like cars, or he should like, and I'm still getting him squishy Orbeez because that's what he likes. So those kind of things are things that we go, okay, this is what we would normally do in this situation, but because this is what he likes, I scale it back. So the other thing that I really, really want to talk about when it comes to understanding sensory triggers is expectations and the desires we have for a typical Christmas. So I recently heard of an example of a mom who really wanted to take a photo with Santa, her son and Santa, and she was determined to do this. And her child was giving all the signals of it's not cool. So whether it's you or a grandparent or a spouse who's like, we didn't do that when he was little, and I just need to have this. If your child is giving you all the signals of, I am afraid, I don't want to do this, the pushing of that, the attempt to make it happen no matter what, is not good. It was not enjoyable for the Santa person in the suit. It's not enjoyable for you as a mom, like holding, or dad holding your child down and going, look at the camera, look at the camera. It's not enjoyable for your special needs child. So sometimes I feel like it's these traditions or expectations or desires that we have for normalcy sometimes blind us to the fact that this is not fun for anybody. And that photo isn't something that you will cherish because you will always remember the struggle and the, frankly, trauma that effect had on your child and on you as a parent in that situation. So in many, many ways, I would say to somebody going, let's do this. Darrion's yelling. He's having a good time. Darrion, are you having fun? Silly Billy, quiet on set. It's just not going to be worth the fight. And I would just tell them, you know what, it's not worth happening. You're not going to enjoy it. He certainly isn't, or she isn't certainly going to enjoy it. And I refuse to put him in a position that we need to do this because you have expectations or you desire something that is unachievable for my child in a place where he's comfortable. Like, not gonna happen. Sorry. And, you know, there might be disappointment involved in that, but I sit there and I go, at what cost? At what cost? If you absolutely have to have a picture with a Santa, like, you're better off getting a giant photo frame of Santa and having your child hold it in a place where he's safe. Like, that would be a far better option than to force something that isn't a good idea. So it won't turn out for nobody. Number 3 is plan and prioritize the people or family in your life. So again, when it comes to knowing your child's social battery, same thing. I would suggest that you spread everybody out. So what I mean by that is, do you have to have 40 people in one house? Like, all of your extended family and all, like, you don't need to do that, right? And sometimes you don't have a choice. And if you don't have a choice, you do the best that you can. But I do have a choice. And so my choice is to say, okay, Christmas Day is just for our family. All stop. No, like, yeah, red X, as Darrion says, or red X. From my perspective, there are things that we need to enjoy as a family and not have a whole bunch of filters everywhere else with lots and lots of individuals who do not understand what he's going through. Secondly, there's times where you can keep it super short, like we do. One night, one sleep. The other part of it too is you can say, okay, there's going to be for 5 individuals at that sleepover, that one sleepover, and that's it. Or there might be a few extra people, but they're going home after a while, so it's okay. Or you can say, let's meet up in January for the new year and give your child a basis for which they've got their regular routines and everything's calm. The other thing you could do is you'll be like, okay, it's my family for Christmas and it's my husband's family for Easter, and we're spreading it out, or we're going to do different birthday parties with you guys. That's the plan, or whatever. But you don't necessarily have to have the ginormous. Now, if that's where you go, well, then it's not really Christmas. Again, you know your child best. You know their social battery best. You know all of the things that you need to do to accommodate your child. But just be aware that maybe we could spread it out, and so it's less overwhelming. There's less noise, because 40 people in a house is so noisy, right? So it's just a matter of going, okay, I'm just going to plan and be aware. And then also make sure that you set the expectations with the family that's coming. So for my son, his aunt and uncle and grandma and cousins know him, know what he's going to be doing. And there's not a lot of like, let's go do something new or different. We know this is what this is going to look like. They know his food preferences, like all of those things. And so we're able to just like keep it pretty chill. We don't have any crazy like Christmas games. We'll try and throw on a Christmas movie that we know Mr. will love, but it's one of those things where we're like, nope, everything is okay, right? But sometimes you have new family members coming in and they might think they know autism because they met somebody with autism, but it's just one of those things where sometimes you have to say, just so you know, he will not answer you. And I'm okay with that because in this situation, he is overwhelmed, and expecting something to be different is not going to happen. If they're wanting pictures or photos with Santa or with the whole family, you're like, we can try, but if he doesn't want to, I'm not forcing it. This is like, you're better to get candid pictures of him running around doing his own thing. These are all things that we try to do. So like a picture with all the cousins with, or all the grandchildren with their grandma. We will try and do that, and he'll put up with it, but he's not having a great time. He's not looking at the camera going, yes. He's like, okay, we're almost done. And he's looking up at the ceiling, and I'm bouncing behind the camera trying to get his attention. But if he was like adamant, I'm not doing this, there's no way you could make me do it with him, right? So establishing those kind of expectations with your family members and saying, if you want a picture with Darrion, if he's sitting on the couch, maybe go behind the couch and we'll snap a picture. I'll call his name and he'll look up and there's grandma, and like, that's probably better, or there's a better chance of success going that route. Number 4, keep your child's routines as much as possible. So even though we are going somewhere to sleep for that one night, I have his cup and his straw. The same one he uses at home is coming with us. I have all the same food. I bring his food because I know what he likes. I know what kind of pasta I have. I know all of the things that he needs, and I bring it and I make it there. I have his paper towel for under his pasta. I have like all of the nuances. I have his blanket, his purple bear. I have everything that he could possibly need in the stuff that I have, and nothing else. He has his phone so that if he needs to just shrink his world, he can. If he wants to throw things off the balcony, he can. But we try and keep everything as steady as possible so that he is as comfortable as he could possibly be. Last but not least, different does not equal bad. So what do I mean by that is, our Christmas as a special needs family doesn't look like everybody else's Christmas. It just doesn't. And over the years, I have looked at it and went, that isn't a bad thing. Now, there are a great many individuals in the world who want to say, this is why my life as a parent sucks. This is why autism sucks. This is why our lives are, why we're so tired all the time. This is why. And you can get into that place where Christmas could be conceived as a bummer because autism is a part of your family structure. Or you can say, yeah, it's different. That's completely different. I have to manage my son and I have to chase him around a house because there's more room than there is at my house. And I need to go pick up stuff off of the floor and put it where it belongs after. I need to apologize to my sister-in-law because he threw something outside from when her baby was a baby. Yeah. There are so many things that make the holidays and just life in general, let's face it, a different animal, but that doesn't make it bad. And I can say that with joy and hope in my heart, the Christmas spirit in my heart, if you will, because I recognize that there are some positives to this side of the world of autism, and I choose to look at them. And one of those things is I have a 17-year-old who loves to cuddle and snuggle his mama still. Don't know too many 17, 18-year-olds who still do that with their mom. If you have one, yay for you. But I look at it and go, he still loves it when I tickle him. He still loves it when I chase him around. He still loves it when am being silly and goofy and trying to get him or whatever. There's a lot to be said for I have something special, and I could choose to see it as a hardship, and I could choose to see our Christmas is ruined by this, or I can say, is it different? Yes, I acknowledge that. I don't have rose-colored glasses on that said, would I love to just sit and knit? Probably not. Painting, yes, I would love to sit and paint. But that's not the life that I was given, and I was chosen for this job for a reason, and I choose to see joy in the things that I have to do rather than hardship and struggle. I recognize sometimes it's a struggle, but it is not bad. It's just different. So this Christmas season, as you're making plans, as you're buying the gifts, as you're figuring out how you're going to wrap them and what you're going to put on the tree and all of the things that your kids might find hard or difficult, and you're adjusting to fit their world and help Christmas be a joy to them, I pray that you will find blessing in it, that you will not find curse, and that you will find joy in the season despite any circumstances kerfuffle. And I just encourage you to be that strong mama or papa who is able to tell your family and friends, this is what my life looks like, and you are welcome to come into it. But you have to follow these rules so that our son or daughter can enjoy this season with us. I don't want to push him out on the fringes. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.